The Redskins' defensive line has been critical to success. What will it be without Jonathan Allen? It all starts up front. Whatever happens in the secondary, to the opponent's ground game, whatever the opposing quarterback hopes to do, the key to the Redskins stopping any of it has been the pressure generated by the team's upgraded defensive line, a unit that was instantly and severely downgraded following Jonathan Allen's foot injury last Sunday. It's a big loss. I'm not gonna be up here and fake it and say it's not, cornerback Josh Norman said. It's a big loss for us because he's one of our driving forces in the middle. He creates havoc in the middle when he's on the field. With Allen on crutches and just hours removed from surgery, his teammates began preparations Thursday for their biggest contest to date, a Monday night showdown with the Eagles that carries big implications for the division title. Coaches will do their best to shuffle the pieces, but losing Allen causes a ripple effect that touches the other defensive position groups. The Redskins placed the rookie defensive lineman on injured reserve following his surgery to repair a Lisfranc injury in his left foot, but coaches aren't yet ruling him out for the entire season. Allen suffered a clean break in his midfoot, according to a person familiar with the situation, and could miss just 8 weeks as a result. In a best-case scenario, Allen could return in Week 15 against the Arizona Cardinals. Following successful surgery, Jonathan Allen could return this season. We got better news after the surgery that it wouldn't be as lengthy as some of these surgeries typically are, Washington coach Jay Gruden said. So that's good. But we still have to rehab it. He is a big man and sometimes bigger guys take a little bit longer, but we will wait and see. While they wait, coaches will hope somebody can slide in and take Allen's spot, particularly on passing downs where the rookie out of Alabama has been so effective lining up opposite Matt Ioannidis. The top candidate appears to be Anthony Lanier II, the second-year lineman out of Alabama A&M. Though Lanier played in 4 games last season, he hasn't been active once this season. The stakes will be high, as he'll be facing an Eagles offense that's ranked 6th in the league in points per game, 3rd in yards and has a better third down percentage than any other NFL squad. He has all the ability in the world, veteran defensive lineman Ziggy Hood said of Lanier. He's capable of doing the same job, if not better. Key matchups to watch Monday against Philadelphia. Coaches spent some extra time working with Lanier during individual drills early in Wednesday's practice, as he's expected to see action in passing situations and in the team's nickel package, helping Ioannidis put pressure on Philadelphia quarterback Carson Wentz. With a young guy like Ant, you have to spend time with him, said veteran defensive lineman Stacy McGee. You have to get his mind right and make sure him and Matt are meshing well when they're on the field together and just taking care of everything. The chemistry between the two defensive linemen can be important, as Allen and Ioannidis showed consistently in the Redskins' first 5 games. With the two of them playing together and wreaking havoc, the Redskins have been able to rely on more Foreman pass rushes and allow their linebackers to help in coverage. Redskins practice squad player Andrea Knapp is big. In Denmark, he's huge. Washington has only blitzed 30% of their defensive downs this year, which is slightly down from 34% a season ago, but their big bodies up front have been able to keep opposing quarterbacks on their toes. Pro Football Focus tracks pressure percentage, taking into account sacks, hits and hurries of the opposing quarterback, and Allen was rated as team's second-best defensive lineman, applying quantifiable pressure on 13 of 80 pass rush snaps. Among the Redskins starters, only Ioannidis graded higher. The Redskins feel they do have a bit of insurance, in case Lanier isn't quite ready for a high-impact role. They signed A.J. Francis, the third-year lineman out of Maryland, to the practice squad Tuesday and promoted him to the 53-man roster 1 day later. He spent some time with the Redskins last season and was also in training camp earlier this year. Norman, Breland take measured steps towards a return with Eagles ahead. Francis provides us some depth as far as the interior, as far as nose guard is concerned, Redskins coach Jay Gruden said. I don't know which combination we will use come Monday, but it is good to get AJ back here. Defensive line coach Jim Tomsula likes to rotate his guys up front, based on scheme, down and need. That means players get reps, they get rest, they don't suffer as much wear and tear on their bodies, and they can slide into different spots along the line. Without Allen, coaches could rely more on McGee, Hood or Terrell McLean in passing situations. This room is full of a bunch of guys who aren't selfish, that's willing to put egos aside, play different positions they normally don't play, Hood said, whether that's me playing nose, Terrell playing for technique and McGee playing for technique. You got guys doing it and willing to fight for the guy next to you. If Lanier is limited or Francis isn't ready to go on short notice, coaches feel like they'll have options. It won't be the same as having Allen in there, but it could represent their best chance Monday. We've all been prepared the same way, McGee said. We got our different abilities, so maybe we don't do what he did, but we can still get the job done. Master Tesfagian contributed to this report. Read more Redskins. Key matchups to watch versus the Eagles. Boomer Esiason, Redskins absolutely crazy if they don't lock up Kirk Cousins. Redskins have struggled to hold leads this year, but Jay Gruden sees no cause for alarm. Redskins mailbag, D'Angelo Hall's return, Josh Doctson's snaps, more. The Redskins' young defensive backs are stepping up in relief of injured starters. Josh Doctson hasn't received many reps, but the Redskins intend to change that. Vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer. Ryan Kerrigan does his best stone-cold